Well, like I say, any win's a good win. I thought, you got to win, got to shut out. I thought the guys played hard. I thought the defense was outstanding in the game. I think we did a really good job up front, controlling the line of scrimmage, and with the older guys and the young guys get in and played discipline, which I was very impressed with. Secondary, those young corners and DBs, and plus our older guys, I thought they played well, kept good leverage on the football. We chased the football well. Did two things I think were outstanding in the game, which is, keys to games is, you got 2 turnovers, which was very critical, and you didn't give up big plays. And that's I always say that's 2 very critical things in what you did. And, of course, we won the early downs, which got you a better third down percentage because they were in third and long a lot, which guys converted, did a good job in what they did. So in those 2 turnovers, once they did get the fake punt and then the other drive they had going, they got down in there, and then we were able to get a tip pass. I believe we got the pick, and I can't remember who got that pick, but
Jordan
Gilbert. That was good. And then we got the fumble recovery, got that stripped out, so the guys did a good job. I thought offensively come out too slow. I thought up front they did some nice twists and stunts, and they got us in the run game. They didn't do it, and then we got settled down in the second half, got hatched to a hat and did it. But the thing we did do in the first half was created big plays. Thought Haynes played a solid game, but he still had 2 critical mistakes in that deep ball. He's got to see it to freeze, leaving out of it. He's got to be a little more vertical with the ball. That guy's not vacating it. He's got to stay more vertical with it or dump it down as a first down call. But what I liked about that, he came right back the next drive right after that and threw a touchdown. Took us down 2 minutes before the half, which was excellent. We scored the first drive of the second half, which was excellent. We got 14 points before they got their hands back on the ball. Was really good. And come back the second half, settled down really good, and got hat to a hat formationally. And then got to running the football, got substantial, made some really nice throws, managed the game, did a great job. Come back, hit some, then had another first down throw. We're throwing the ball really well, trying to get those young receivers, I thought, did a nice job, and the older guys. We mixed to get a good mix. And then on first down, got to let that ball go, let the guy clear out just a little more before he did it. And then, got to clean that decision up. But then come back the next drive and throw a touchdown, which is very critical to me because after you make a mistake, being able to come back, which is things, but we got to eliminate the mistakes and go there. But on the day, we hit big plays, did a nice job with his legs 2 or 3 times, scrambled, pulled some runs, did a good job. Didn't get a chain going, not his fault. And what we did was get some blocking, do a little bit better up front. Second half, we got him going. Nice, I thought, played really well in the run game and catching the ball. Thought some of the young receivers, you saw their talent, and the guys being able to catch the football. And what we did, we got a long way to go. Kicking game, not as good. We gave up a fake punt, we're lazy, with our eyes late. Got to sit there until he kicks it before we bail out. Kicked the ball out of bounds, and we missed a field goal. I know it was 52, but for him, he hits those. But then he come back and hit a nice field goal and kicked the ball well and kicked off well. So, a lot of guys, a lot of young players saw the field. We got to get a lot better. Like I say, each week we got a great opponent coming next week in App State, and just got to keep developing and things we do. Questions?
Front right, Cole.
Jimbo, how pleased were you with the production of both Chris Marshall and Evan Stewart and their chemistry with Haynes? Really good. I mean, guys, and because Chris had been banged up for a little bit of camp and hadn't got as much time, therefore he played really well and then missed about 3 or 4 days there and then got back and got into play and did well. And I thought both those guys got critical plays. Thought they caught the ball well, and you could see their ability to run after catch, their size, their ball skills, and their athleticism and what they did. And along with, you saw Yul Keith too, another young guy that can run and got a big play. And that was a third read on the backside that we went. 2 of those touchdown throws, what I loved about them too, were those young players. And I say this not just for the quarterback, but for the young players. Sometimes you're the backside of something. Sometimes you have a tendency, which we tell them all the time, we need 5 full-speed routes. We got the ability to go everywhere if the quarterback reads it right. And they ran full-speed routes and were rewarded with big plays. And it was really nice to see that. But I thought those guys did a nice job in the game. And, it's the first time to get out there and play, and we're productive. And then also there was a moment where it felt like Layden Robinson kept coming off the field. Was it an injury, or did you just...
Well, he had been nicked up, and we've been rotating guys at guard. We've been rotating 3 guards and mixing guys in and what we were doing and keeping the depth and trying to build depth in what we're doing in different positions and where we're at.
Left side, Olin, and then Travis.
Jimbo, obviously, I understand you haven't seen film and everything like that, but why do you suspect was the issue getting the running game going? And
stunts up front. The twist game up front. Multiple twists and stunts and looping. They do a really nice scheme now. I'm going to tell you, they have a really nice scheme. We knew it going in, and we were over chasing the down guy, not playing on the loop, and it takes timing and got the rhythm the second half and got back into it. But it's all we worked it. We just got to be patient. It's tough. It can be a pain. We got to do a much better job, though. That's my fault. We got to prepare them better.
Are you concerned with what you saw from your offensive line?
Well, yeah, in the first half, we didn't play well at all. Then I thought the second half, I thought we'd come out and did a nice job and established their ground game. We were able to run the football and did a better job. And we got to get better. There's no doubt.
Down front right, Travis, and then Christie right behind.
How did y'all manage the long weather delay? What do you kind of do as coaches, and what do you do with the players, and how did y'all come out of it?
Well, the bad part about it was okay, we're ready to go, and we get in about 4 or 5 minutes, get ready to go, 20 more minutes. Here we go. And then I wish they just kept coming and coming and coming. We'd get all right, we make our adjustments and get ready to go back out. In about 4 minutes, we'll get back out. Here comes another one. And Mark, after about the 4th time Mark come, I was about to fire him and send him out the building. But I mean, because it is. I've been there. I've been in one time. It was like almost 4 hours. I mean, I know. And you got to tell your guys that we kept them inside, kept them off the phones, kept locked in the game. We met with them. We sat and talked with them, kept them, made adjustments from the first half, made adjustments from that, and then called them after we knew it was going to be a longer one, called them back in, made them do things on the board, kept their mind into the game. I think that's a very critical thing because you can go drift off or go grab your phone or do something like that, and all of a sudden you forget you're in a football game in that day, and that because you get in that set of mind. And we kept them in our meetings and kept the coaches around them and kept guys around them and constantly did it. And then and I was very proud because we come out really sharp on offense. After not playing as well on offense right there, we established a drive. I mean, like it was an 8-play. How many play drive was that?
Coach, let's see here.
On that first drive.
12 plays.
12 plays and come out and executed really well, which I was very happy with and showed me some maturity about what they were trying to do.
And then with Haynes, has tried to fit some passes in some pretty tight windows. Do you like that aggressiveness?
I do. And I tell them, you got to have aggressive intelligence. You got to play aggressively intelligent. And listen, there's going to be, you can sit there and say, don't throw interceptions all day, but we also hit as many big plays as we've hit in a long time, too. There was a lot of balls down the field that were hit. There was a lot of catches down the field and these young guys. And now we just got to clean up. Like I said, on 1st and 10, when they were in a 2 Tampa look, we got the free pull, but he's high and he spun back. You got to keep that ball really vertical, a little more than you can't pull him as much, or just check it and say, I don't want it. And the other one, same thing. We had a corner fade, and the corner's trying to middle both and did a good job. You got to let it clear just a little bit more by another half second, which is tough sometimes in the pocket, but he's got to do that or dump it down. And that was it. But then both drives afterwards, which I was happy about, was the ability not to let it affect him. And he come right back with touchdown throws, if I'm not mistaken, on both drives, right before the half and right on the other. So, but we don't need to have those 2 picks. We don't need to have that. But he did some nice things with his legs and played a solid football game.
Second row on the right, Coach Christie. Then to the left, Alex.
After his second interception, it looked like y'all had a little conversation on the sideline. Could you?
Yeah, same thing right there. I was telling him that corner, and the guy was playing depth and divider and trying to middle the post and play back down on the leverage. And I said, you got to let it clear just a little bit more, and if you don't like it, then you got to come all the way down to the flat route. And he thought he could squeeze it, and that was it. Just trying to explain, just making sure we explained that to him, what was going on. No, it was good.
After such a long layoff with his injury, how did you think overall he adjusted to game speed again?
Well, I mean, I thought the game speed, I thought he did a real nice job of. What did he end up? I didn't even look at his stat. 20, 31, 364, 3 touchdowns, and hit some big plays. I mean, that's a solid performance, and he can play better than that. He can play better than that. And but I thought he threw the ball accurately downfield. I mean, those 2 things there. But when the plays he had downfield, hit guys in stride, made plays, and looking downfield, which is what I was happy about. And then sometimes we'll check it down a little more and do those situations. But that's part of the growth. And I thought Max come in and did a nice job. Went 3 for 4.
Go to the left, Alex.
Hey, Coach. A lot's been said about this freshman class, but what do you like about getting to mix those guys in on both sides of the ball?
Well, that you didn't realize there were freshmen out there. Guys played well. They caught the ball. They covered. They rushed. They blocked. Did the things that, weren't jumping out at you that, hey, he's a young guy and you're going to have a lot of mistakes. There was a lot of production and, there's a lot of nerves early. You can see the look in their eyes. But once they got to playing, man, it was just they were naturally doing things. And so it was very productive. And I don't know how many of them played, but it was quite a few of them. I know that. Yes. Probably as many as maybe as many as I've ever played, I would say. I'd have to look that up. That'd be a good one.
We'll work on that. 4th row on the left, Battalion.
Hey, going back to that 12-play drive to start off the second half, y'all ran quite a bit of the I formation. Was that something that we're going to see more of this season? Or
Because of the twists and stunts at times. See, one of the things that settles down what they do when they twist and stunt, when they rub your guys off. It's like you rub receivers off when you run routes. When you run them twists inside and you're in open formations, you can creates a lot of depth. Well, what you do with that eye, that solids them up, and then the fullback can clean things up off the twister and pick up the extra looper. And we knew we could do it in the first, but we decided we'll wait till the second half and did it. And we're able to clean some things up schematically and be able to put that hat on a hat because of how they twisted and stunted, and allows you some variance of how you can do it. And we were able to get hat to a hat, and then we were able to run the football.
Front left, Naomi. We got Anais ready.
So with the defense, were you satisfied with their performance today, and what kind of things do you want to see from them moving forward?
The same thing. I mean, I keep control the line of scrimmage and win first down, man. It helps you second and third down. I thought they did an outstanding job. They created 2 turnovers, critical situations, didn't give up big plays, rallied to the ball, played the ball well, kept leverage on the football. I mean, even the reasons they had success were for the right reasons. You know, sometimes you have success because the other team makes a mistake or does it wrong. And I thought for the most part, now I got to look at the film again, but for the most part, it seemed like that leverages and things they kept on the ball was really good. The young guys saw young guys and older guys making plays on the football. We tackled well, we swarmed well, and what we did, and hopefully we can build on that. I'm sure there'll be some mistakes in there, but there's a lot of good, it looked like. And again, until I see the film, like Olin says, which is true. But it goes from there.
All right, Coach, we'll have one more to wrap us up, Battalion. We got Anias ready.
So we saw a lot out of a freshman today. Do you plan on rotating them back in throughout the season, or are you more so just trying to see what they could do today?
No, we got to play. Freshmen now, they're, you know, the depth and it takes to play in this league and building these guys, get them out there playing. Hopefully they'll keep playing each and every week.
And how beneficial is it to see them in true game action as opposed to practice or a scrimmage?
Well, I mean, you can simulate game all you want. Till, like I say, till the lights on the scoreboard matter. That's when you can see what guys do. And some guys, like I say, it may bother, and other guys, it enhances. You know what I mean? But then the thing is, they got to repeat it. Now, that's the big thing. When young players have success in their first game, or if they thought they played well, is, all right, don't get caught. Well, it's automatically going to happen. Remember why it happened, how you prepared that week, what you did, how much film you watched, how much time you put in. And if you had failure, it's not the end of the world. Hey, that's part of growing. Let's look at it, make the corrections, and go. And that's what college. We're a 12-game season. We got to get better each and every game in what we do and grow, and get these guys growing and get them playing, and with the older guys, and hopefully we can develop into a good football team.
Thanks, Coach. We'll get Anias up here.